Okay, now try this. I want you to look around your room and notice everything that's brown. Look behind you, look around you. If there's anybody that have brown hair, brown anywhere, look for brown anywhere. Okay? Close your eyes. Now, tell me everything you saw in the room that's red or green. How many see a lot more brown than red or green? Raise your hand and say aye. Okay? Now open your eyes and look around the room. Look for anything you find that's red, anywhere. Red, or in case there's no red, green. Look behind you, look around you, books, anything. How many found more red or more green this time? For sure. Raise your hand if you did and say aye. Why did you find more red or green? Because we get what we look for. So once you have a belief, once you have a story about your life and how it's been, you've got to remember the past does not equal the future. Write it down. The past does not equal the future unless you live there. The past does not equal the future unless you live there. If you're trying to drive into the future using a rear view mirror and you're looking backwards, you're going to crash. And once you develop a belief or a story, it's not that hard to change. You just have to draw a line in the sand and go, that's bullshit. And every time you start to say it, go, I'm not repeating that story anymore. That story is hypnotizing me into my own limitations. I did this to me during the beginning of COVID. I can't move to different cities. I can't do it, in movie theaters. We can't do it in churches. I can't do this in people's homes. They'll never be engaged at that level. That was my belief. But because I care, I had to break through that belief. I developed a new story. Now I got a new way of reaching even more humans. I'm trying to show you all breakthroughs usually start with this change in story. Sometimes it's strategy, but story usually first. If you get the right story that empowers you, you'll figure out the strategy or you'll find the strategy. Otherwise, we could show you the strategy and go, oh, I've tried that. What is this try bullshit? Try is when you don't think you're going to succeed, so you get a half-hearted effort so you can say, I tried it. You didn't actually execute. You didn't do whatever's necessary, right? So to change this, to change the story is to change your life, and you can do it quickly and you can do it easily. But there is a third element to creating a breakthrough. And it's the most important one. It's even more important than your story. And that is your state, your mental, emotional, physical state. See, have you ever been really gotten pissed off at somebody, and then when you get pissed off, you remember everything they ever done that pissed you off? Who knows what I'm talking about here? Say aye. Say aye. Like, you remember all the shit they've done because you're in state of remembering shit they did, right? By the way, raise your hand if you've ever fallen head over heels in love. I mean, out of your mind in love with somebody. Raise your hand, make some noise. Say aye if you got that. Come on. Okay? Come on, let's see it. Come on. For some of you, it's clearly been a long time because there wasn't much energy in some of you on that one, right? But when you fall in love with somebody, you remember everything that's beautiful about them, don't you? Oh, I love this about her and this about him. And, oh, I love when he does this. I love when she does that. Who knows what I'm talking about? You make all your friends sick. You talk about the person constantly. They want you to shut the hell up. Who knows what I'm talking about here, right? So in the beginning, by the way, when you're in love with somebody, what will you do for them? In fact, before you do that, do this. Make the sound of being in love nice and loud. Go for it. Make the sound of being in love.
Why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you?
I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself. Because part of beginning to get a larger vision of yourself, all of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. When other folk are having a good time, you've got to have the strength of character.
You need to tell you that you owe you something.
If you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents.
The only thing that's going to make you happy, my friend, in this year or any other, is to step up. It's to raise the standard. It's to discover what you're capable of and feel that incredible power of pushing through whatever's holding you back and get to the other side of more of your true self. That's what this game's all about.
When you step into your fears and continue to push yourself to go on, something happens for you.
If you look at somebody who's really successful and you think, wow, I mean, they're so amazing, they're such a genius, you gotta dig underneath and you gotta remember something. People are rewarded in public for what they've practiced for years in private.
If you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people, or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve. And other people will convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value, and you'll give up on your dream.
Only 1% stick with that fitness program long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with that video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick it out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%. You'll have to do something better than giving up a month from now. Those are just numbers. You want to talk about numbers? Take a look around you and take a good look around you. Are you like 99% of the people around you? If you are, then you're in the wrong video, my friend. You have to love success just as much, because that's what's gonna allow you to get up and go for it.
If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
You decided that you're not going to go through life being a whiner, being a complainer. That you're going to take responsibility for what it is that you want to create. The greatest ability that God has given humankind above the animals is the ability to choose.
Everybody here, everybody watching, I won't be stopped. I can't be stopped.
You're either committed or you aren't. You're either willing to do everything it takes, whatever that might be, or you aren't. You either are willing to go through hell and high water and fire and fucking brimstone to get to your goals, or you aren't.
Anything or anyone that is taking me further away from my dreams has to go. I'm committed to self-development, not self-destruction. And you know, any person that is meant to be with me on the journey will choose that higher road with me. Yes, a tougher road, but it's a much more rewarding one. I want my life to mean something, to be able to look back at my life and say, yeah, I made some tough decisions, but they were the right decisions. So many people don't get it. They piss their life away every weekend for what? So they can complain about their current circumstances for the rest of the week? No chance. I'm in charge of my own life. It's all on me. I take responsibility. I take action. You will never hear me complain about another person or circumstance as the reason I'm not where I want to be. If I don't like where I am, time to knuckle down and work harder. I am a perfect reflection of the hard work or lack of work I put in. And luck, that only comes to those who have paid their dues. If I am weak in a certain area, it won't be for long, because I'm committed to be better. I will learn. I will read. I will make it happen. I will find a way. I will work until that weakness is turned into a strength.
If you speak into your life resilience and determination to overcome anything, you will be ready to face and overcome anything. Let the power of I am shape your life in the most powerful way. What you speak after I am, what you believe after I am, will control your decisions and shape your life. If you believe you are powerful, if you believe you are capable of achieving great things, you will attempt great things.
Will you actuate it? Will you bust your ass to get good? Will you get so good over time that you can play with the greats? Will you get so good that people look at you with awe? Can you get so good that you become the excuse that other people use not to try? Can you get so good that people have to dismiss you as naturally talented? Can you get so good? that people refuse to believe that they can get that good? Can you work so hard, gaining a set of skills and driving yourself day after day to get better, never accepting who you are, always pushing yourself forward, always demanding more, and seeing the beauty in what you can become, and knowing that even today, as a caterpillar with nothing to indicate that you'll become a butterfly, can you become the butterfly through sheer force of will? Because if you can become that, you become a beacon of hope not for other people, for yourself, because you prove that there really are no limits. And as Walt Disney said, you may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. Why? Because it's the thing that's going to make you react. It's the thing that's going to hold you down. It's the thing that is going to make you say, never again. No more. I refuse to accept this about myself. I refuse to accept that I'm average. I refuse to accept that I can't be something more. I refuse to stop when something kicks me in the teeth. I refuse to stop when people hate on me or tell me that I can't do something. I refuse to be dictated to by anyone, even my own potential. I refuse to be held back by anything, least of all me.
Look, I feel like most people in their lives are being allowed to live small. You're allowed to live a small life. Everyone around you would like you to live small. Just do this. You're good at that. Man, take it easy. Chill. When's enough enough? Like, come on, brother. You know where we all these messages you get is basically saying, hey, man, live small.
Yeah.
Life's not a big deal. Live small, enjoy it, chill, smoke a little weed, do whatever you want, right? Like, it's just this get by thing in life. And there's got to be some people who go, no, you're supposed to do something great with your life. You were put here for a purpose. Your way, the way you were born, the way you were raised, your background, your experiences, your giftedness all prepared you in your way for right now. And you're supposed to do something great with your life. You weren't born here to be average and ordinary. And there's all this messaging that you're average and ordinary, and you're average and ordinary because you belong there, and it's probably someone else's fault you're average and ordinary too. And I'm like, no, it's your life. You're in control. It's no one else's fault, and you're supposed to do something magnificent. That's the consciousness aspect. The last 1,000 years on earth, doing something great has been reserved to this one little group of people, 1% of the population. They're supposed to do something great. They're supposed to live their dreams. We're supposed to watch them, cheer for them, wear their jersey, watch their award show, comment on their posts, clean their houses, right? Feed them in their restaurants. No. The fact of the matter is, you can do those things. You can change your life. And I'm sick and tired of this hero worship. You live small, cheer for everybody else who lives big. No, if you're a school teacher, be the best damn school teacher. Change the world by those little lives you're affecting. If you're on social media, change the world. Play big. You will never do it wrong if your decision is to do the bigger thing than the smaller thing. That's what I would tell you. Stop playing small. Stop thinking small, and don't let anybody tell you should be small.
with you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you